Hey guys, and welcome to a very delayed pickups video. The last couple of weeks have been stressed as hell, so let's just get started with the pickups of June. On June 1st, my mother bought me a Super Mario mug. Look at that. Yeah. Then on June 4th, my mom also picked up a game for me. Platinum version of Onimusha Warlords. I already had it, but thanks anyway. Then on June 6th, I went to a couple of flea markets. At the first flea market, I picked up the transparent green Halo Xbox controller for about 75 cents. At the same flea market, I also picked up a stack of Game Boy games for about 12 bucks. The titles were Looney Tunes, Marble Madness, Mickey Mouse, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Dr. Mario, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Donkey Kong Land, Pokemon Crystal, and Metroid 2 Return of Samus. I actually didn't have this already, so awesome. At the next flea market, I picked up a few random titles. Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 on the PS2, Ring of Red on the PS2. Sadly, it doesn't have its manual, but hey. And Metroid Prime 3 Corruption on the Wii. And these were about $1.50 each. Then at the last flea market I went to on that day, I picked up an original PlayStation with its manual, with a platinum copy of Re-Rally, the demo disc that came with the system, a regular controller, and a yellow orangey transparent controller, which is actually the reason why I bought all of this, so didn't have this color. Paid about $7.50 for it, so just gotta drop stuff. Then on the 12th I went to the local junkyard shop and I picked up a stack of PS2 games and some PS1 manuals. Let's just go through the games first. Alone in the Dark, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, Return to the Castle Wolfenstein Operation Resurrection, Sly 2, Sly 3, SOCOM 2 US Navy SEALs, Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam, and Van Helsing. And then the PS1 manuals. The manual for Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, the manual for Doom, the manual for Duke Nukem Time to Kill, the manual for Extreme Paintball, which is actually going to complete my copy, the manual for Final Fantasy IX, the manual for the platinum copy of Loaded, the manual for MDK, which is also going to complete my copy, and the manual for the platinum version of Time Crisis. And all of this was just a bit over $5, so pretty good deal. It really helps when you get to know the employees of these stores, you know. You get stuff cheaper. Another bag. Then on the 13th I went to a huge ass market. See, it's a yearly market and the problem is that everything is new there now. It's just new stuff. And it sucks. So there's only a couple of vendors here and there that actually has some used stuff. From the one guy that has some interesting games that weren't too expensive, I picked up 10 PS3 titles and one Wii game. The first one, Destroy All Humans, Path of the Furon. Split Second Velocity, which is actually just Split Second. Has a different title around here. Little Big Planet 2, without its manual sadly. Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole. Platinum copy of Just Cause 2, GeForce, Platinum copy of Dante's Inferno, Platinum copy of Batman Arkham Asylum, Assassin's Creed 2, and the last PS3 game, Disgaea 3, Absence of Justice. I've never played a Disgaea game, shoot me, but I've only heard good things, so I'm really looking forward to trying this out. And then the Wii game, Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Director's Cut, and a bit under $15 for all of them. I really can't complain. Ice cream truck. Then on June 14th I got my best pickup value-wise ever. Probably. Maybe. It was this guy on Facebook that responded to one of my posts. He said he had some PS1, 2 and 3 stuff. So I went out there and took a look at it. So I picked up not one, not two, but 3 PS1s. A fat PS2 and a slim PS3. So here's the thing, I've been buying PS3 games for a long time, as you've seen in my videos. But the thing is, I actually didn't have a PS3. Yeah, I'm weird like that. But I knew it was only a matter of time before I fell across one that was cheap enough. Sadly, it didn't read discs when I got it, but I kicked it a bit. Figuratively, of course. And now it works just fine. So that's fucking awesome getting a PS3. I can play all of those games that I picked up. But hey, that was just the consoles. There were games as well. On PS2, 007, Agent Under Fire, Half-Life, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 3, Platinum version of Gran Turismo 4, Endgame, Deus Ex, Platinum copy of Burnout 3 Takedown, Rainbow Six Lockdown, German copy of Terminator 3, Stealth Force, The War on Terror, disc-only copy of Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, disc-only copy of Rayman Revolution, Platinum version of Tomb Raider Legend, SOCOM, US Navy SEALs, Red Faction 2, Racing Simulation 3, The Operative No One Lives Forever, Monster Trucks Extreme Arena Edition, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, and Platinum version of Medal of Honor Rising Sun. And the last two PS2 games, Resident Evil Survivor 2 and Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I already have them, but it's awesome. And this one is a much nicer copy of Code Veronica X, so that's going to replace my old one. But there were a few PS3 games as well. Stormrise, Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, which is the Genesis Ultimate Collection for you Americans out there. And here's a long title. Let me read from the side. Score International Baja 1000 World Championship Off-Road Racing. Something like that. Far Cry 2, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Battlefield 3, and yet another Assassin's Creed 2. Only the Mega Drive collection and Oblivion didn't have their manuals. But yeah, it's still alright. It's cool. And of course some of the PS2 games didn't have their manuals, but going through all of that, you can see whether or not they had their manuals in the end slate. So what would you think would be a good deal for all of that stuff? Maybe $100 or so? That would be a really good deal actually. I paid just under $30 for all of that. For the PS1s, the PS2, the PS3, and all of those games. And that's fucking awesome. So I've been celebrating ever since. Okay. Then on the 16th I bought some stuff at some of those junkyard shops. At the first one, EA Classics version of Croc, Legend of the Gobbos. Well, one of the 2-in-1 games for the PS1, containing Donald Duck Quack Attack and Tigger's Honey Hunt. And the last game I bought there, Platinum version of Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. And I paid $1.50 each. Then at the other junkyard shop, I picked up a PlayStation Move controller and the PlayStation Eye. Talk about fate. A couple of days before, I bought a PS3, now I got some extra accessories for it. And it was $1.50 for both. So that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Then on June 17th I bought something from a friend of mine, another collector. I bought this sweet Street Fighter 2 plug and play, complete in box and everything. It's the Sega Mega Drive Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. And there's a special bonus game included, which is Ghouls and Ghosts. So hours of fun right here. And I picked it up for about $7, which is way more than I usually pay for plug and play, but this is the first plug and play I found that's actually complete in box. And it's awesome, and it's Street Fighter. So, had to do it. Germany time. And the only thing I bought down there, Nagano Winter Olympics 98 for the N64. I don't know, it was a very slow day, so I picked it up for about $4. Also, as I said before, cartridge-based games are not something that I find too often, so nah. The day before I made a deal with somebody on Facebook, and on the way home, I went and picked it up. And it was Donkey Kong Jet Race on the Wii, for about $1.50. Also went to a thrift store on the way home and I picked up one PS2 game, Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings, also for $1.50. Then on the 20th I went to the local junkyard store again and I picked up Little Big Planet on PS3. It doesn't have its manual, which is why I haven't bought it until now, but I just got a PS3, goddammit. It's a fun game, so why not pick it up for 75 cents. Then on the 21st I went to the big parking lot flea market that I picked up some Sega stuff at last month. And wouldn't you know, another Sega Master System 2, with some games of course. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which doesn't have its manual sadly, Marble Madness, Pac-Mania, Andre Agassi Tennis, and Super Tennis. I guess it was a tennis fan, huh? There were also a loose copy of Sonic the Hedgehog, so that's pretty awesome finding Sega stuff like that 2 months in a row. And for all of this I paid just under $30, which is still a pretty okay deal, you know, including this. Then on the way home I stopped by another little flea market and I picked up Lego Star Wars 3 on the Nintendo DS for about $1.50. Oh, I actually forgot to mention that I bought 2 Game Boy Advance games at the parking lot flea market. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Astro Boy Omega Factor. And I paid a little bit above $2 for them. The door opened by itself. Weird. Then on the 23rd I went to a couple of thrift stores. At the first one I picked up Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension because why the fuck not, you know? He's Perry the Platypus. So yeah, that was $1.50. After that I went to another junkyard shop and I picked up a light blue Game Boy Advance SP. It also had its charger and stuff. And a copy of Tetris DX on the Game Boy Color. It's a color I didn't already have, and for $4.50-ish, I can do that. I just love when I can't find the games. At the last store I went to on that day, I picked up National Geographic Safari Adventures Africa on the PS2 and Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour on the PS1, and that was 75 cents each. Then on the 26th I went to a couple more thrift stores. At the first one I picked up Ratchet & Clank Size Matters on the PSP for $1.50, of course. At the next store I picked up something that I've just recently started collecting, which is these shareware discs called Bullet. So this is volume 45 and 51. Yeah, it's like little shareware collections. You can see Lemmings is on there, along with Bullseye, Dragon's Domain 3, Icon's Jetpack. This one is Heimdall 2, with Vinyl Goddess from Mars, Stellar Explorer, Bip-Bop 2, and Halloween Harry. So whenever I can find him cheap, or free for that matter, I'll pick him up. I paid 75 cents for both, so it's okay. And at the last store on that day, I picked up volume 52 of that Bullet thing. Shareware. Yeah. And this one contains God of Thunder, Alien Worlds, Hugo 1, Catacomb Abyss, and Scunny, I think. And it was free, because on the back it says a resale is prohibited. So. Then on the 27th I went to a couple of flea markets. At the first one I picked up Bombastic on the PS2 and Celebrity Deathmatch on the PS2, and they were 75 cents each. I got like 4 copies of this now. Ow. And then after that I went to another flea market where they didn't have anything, but one of the guys there heard me asking about video games, and he was like, I have an old computer you could buy if you want. And I think he was kind of surprised that I actually was like, what kind of computer? He was like, but he didn't have it there, so he asked me to come back the next day. So I went there on the 28th, and it turned out to be a Timex Sinclair 1000. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Which here in Europe would be the Sinclair CX81, I think. Yeah, it's actually American. Which is weird. And it came with an automobile analyzer program. And the user manual, which apparently you had to buy separately. The price is in the corner here on the back side. $10.95 for a manual. Yeah. So I picked this up for about 15 bucks, which I'm pretty happy with. You know, an old box computer. That's fucking awesome. And I might actually have some compatible games laying around somewhere. Then on the 30th I went to a couple of stores as well, and at the first one I picked up Star Wars The Clone Wars Lightsaber Duels on the Wii, which is supposed to suck, but I guess I'll try it out, and that was $1.50. After that I went to another store and got myself a pretty sweet PS2 bundle right here. So for $1.50 each, I picked up Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, Kengo, Master of Bushido, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Sword of the Samurai, Tenchu, I think, Wrath of Heaven, Way of the Samurai 2, Blood Rain, Colin McRae Rally 04, how interesting, Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires, Final Fight Streetwise, and last but not least, Castlevania. As I said, all of those were $1.50 each, and they're all complete, and they're actually in immaculate condition. It's insane. Not a single scratch on any of the discs. Lovely. So after that I actually went to like a toy store, because I've heard some rumors, and they turned out to be true. They've started selling the Nintendo Mini Classics keychains. Once again, which is awesome. They had 4, and I bought one of each. Soccer, Donkey Kong Jr., Mario's Cement Factory, and Super Mario Bros. So they went for about $4.50 each. I just had to have them. And I also picked up a Mario 3DS bag for about $3. Overall a pretty good day there, but it wasn't done yet. So the guy that I bought the PS1s and the PlayStation 2 and the PS3 and the games from, he contacted me and said he had some stuff for me. So I went out there, and boy did he. It was not a lot of stuff, but it was some interesting stuff. Let's put it that way. The first thing he had for me was an Atari 130 XE. So 2 old computers this month. It's dirty as shit and I don't have any power cables for it or anything, so I can't really test it out. but it's still pretty sweet just to have one. The other thing he had for me, and the last thing I picked up that month, a Luxor video entertainment system, which turns out to be a Scandinavian Fairchild Channel F. Yeah, I don't know. It's dirty as hell as well. Haven't tested it yet. It does have all its cables, but there's no games for it. He said that he's quite sure that he has a game laying around somewhere. He'll contact me when he finds it. The first thing that tipped me off was the controllers. We've all seen videos of these, right? Yeah, so that's fucking awesome. I don't know if regular Channel F games will work on this, but it's just awesome to have, so I own it, you know? The best part about those two things, you know, the Atari computer and the Scandinavian Channel F, they were free! He's actually turned into quite a good contact. I've been giving him some stuff that I don't need, you know, electronics and stuff, and then he just gives me his video game related stuff. So that's fucking awesome. So that was all. Oh yeah, right. At some point during the month I picked up this DSi XL. I didn't write down when, so I don't really remember anything really. The store didn't have a charger for it, so they didn't know if it worked. So I bought it pretty cheap for $4.50 with a copy of New Super Mario Bros. In it. But yeah, it didn't work. Sadly. It doesn't charge, so I'm thinking either something with the port back here, or a fuse has blown somewhere, so I have to open it up at some point. Oh yeah, maybe try changing the battery first, but I don't think that's the problem though. So guys, that was everything. Not as much stuff as last month, but still some pretty good stuff in here, you know? Some pretty unusual stuff, let's put it that way. So please tell me in the comments what you picked up lately. You know I would love to know. So yeah, sorry about this late video, but I guess better late than never. So remember to like, comment and subscribe. All that standard YouTube stuff. I'm not very original, am I? Bye! I am done. And looking for the next stuff. The next stuff. The next stuff. Looking for the next stuff. I can find it. No worry. There it is. It's a mess in here right now, as you can see. I've been sorting out some stuff. Having this shelf right here cleared out. Had consoles in it before. And then I have them all down here now. Yeah. It's a work in progress, alright.